For Jaspy's case breaks here on eBay Live, coming at you with a big 20-box mega case of 2025-26 Topps basketball. This is for there we go. So here on a Thursday, your Thursday, but it's my Friday. Big thanks to everybody for making this break happen. Thanks for finding it. Thanks for bidding. Congrats on winning. The Spurs auction was buyer requested to cancel. He said fine. And Urban Comics won it in the live stream auction. All right, so this is, let me swing around to the other side of the table. An awkward size case for the table here. Actually, let's open this from the bottom. Clean. I also like to put these in columns here, so I think that way it'll be a little bit easier for people to see how many boxes are remaining. So there'll be a column in the back over here. And we'll create some columns over here. Oh no! Megas, what are you doing? Let's put these up here. And let's flip these right over here. All right. Empty box, and away we go. Jets are keeping competitive here. Shippy, what's going on? Yeah, well, yeah, let's see what happens. What team? I saw your name in this one. Pi. You got a couple teams, Orlando and the Sixers. Let's see what we can do here for you. Let me change my all right. So we're gonna commons don't ship, so we're gonna breeze past those. These are the the hollow parallels. Those are exclusive to these retail sets. Now, stuff like this Ace Bailey, that's Ace Bailey Silver, is actually pretty nice. Like this base VGA edge comes will usually sleeve up so they get top loaded later, but just in the interest of time for this break, I'm actually just going to set them aside next to me over here, and we'll take care of that afterwards. Now, stuff like this is a little more especial, so we'll take care of this right away. Urban Comics with the Utah Jazz, and of course I will do a recap at the end of all the notable cards. Now these are megas, these are retail. Here's a VJ Edgecombe Clutch City Prospects. So the autos are going to be few and far between. I think, how many did we get? We did a few of these cases earlier this week. How many autos did we get? Did we get like 2 or 3 autos in each case? About 2 each case, right? Okay. Yeah, so we should be expecting a couple autos per case, and what, 4 or 5 relics? So hit-wise, obviously, you know this. You bid on this, you know your product. Hits-wise, we're not really expecting hits. What we are looking for is definitely the hollow parallels of the key rookies, inserts, blah, 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 blah. Right, that's not a common, so that will ship in case you were, say, obviously that Giannis will ship as well. Ace Bailey, 8-bit ballers, one of my favorite inserts out of the megas, the retail sets. They're only retail exclusive. It's just blasters and megas and what other retail products are, hanger packs probably. Yeah, obviously rookie base will ship because that's only vet commons won't ship. So sorry, Desmond Bain, Isaiah Joe, PJ Washington, those aren't going to ship, right? Those aren't going to. All those are not going to ship. Corey Kispert will ship. That's an insert. Obviously that's a rookie. So that will ship.
Quick question.
Yes.
If these expire, is that bad?
What is it? That's like an emergency? No, I don't think so. It's not like you're gonna get. It's not like you're gonna get poisoned.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm pretty sure that for like vitamins and stuff like
I
that,
don't really think there's like that.
you just lose
Some of
the potency of it. All right, so it's not like it's like expired meat.
Yeah.
Yeah, it just won't work. So Jets are keeping it close in this one, ladies and gentlemen. Maybe laying the points was a square play by me. Although I guess we're getting close to the fourth quarter, like Patriots still rattle off an unanswered 10 points or something like that, and they'll be okay. So this break will take a while. This is going to probably take us pretty close to the update baseball break time, 9 o'clock Pacific. When did I start this break? It's about an hour and a half break. So we're only 10 minutes into it. So 8:10, 8:45 LA time maybe. We'll be done with this by the time I print out the labels and we might be a little bit on the late side for update baseball, but not by that much. Yeah, we'll get it done. We'll get it done, and obviously remember we do record all of our breaks. There's our first base flag, so you can always watch those later on YouTube. Did I forget something here? I think everything was paid for, right? I think there will be a team available in Jumbo. This person has not paid for the Angels. It's only a $17 team, but maybe that person will have until the break starts. Send him a reminder. Oh, we got a rookie. We got a Drake Powell, and I think that's numbered. Nice. Generation Now, Drake Powell. 13 out of 25, orange hollow. That'll be for Brooklyn. That's going to go to Marbright. And here is a pink hollow Jalen Suggs. Those are not numbered, but it will ship, obviously. There's my guy Austin Reeves. There's an 8-bit Ballers Cooper flag. Would love to see a hollow parallel of that. Those look really cool. That's going to go to, who's got Dallas in this one? That'll be for Mia Frank. Or it could be Miami A. Frank. That could work too. Whatever it is, all those Cooper flags going to you. There's Generation Now, Dylan Harper. Ooh, we got some 8-bit Ballers and an autograph. That's Asa Newell and a Dylan Harper 8-bit Ballers hollow. So here's the Asa Newell. That's Bria 4 with the Atlanta Hawks. So you got one of the few autos that are in here. Not too many. Maybe one more. Maybe for lucky, a couple more. And this is the kind of stuff we want to see in this sort of thing here. 8-bit Ballers, Dylan Harper, hollow. That goes to Urban Comics. They went unpaid for. Urban Comics picked him up in the live stream. Thank you. First of many of those, I hope. Those Generation Now parallels, as well as the Clutch City Prospects inserts, can also have hollow parallels as well, numbered parallel possibilities. All right, another mega box. And good luck. What sort of let's get a hoops. Not too many hoops on tonight. We got one game's the final. Raptors beat the Cavs 126 to 113. Scotty Barnes having some sort of resurgence here. 28 points, 10 rebounds, 8 assists. Donovan Mitchell had 31, 6 and 6 in the losing effort. In Cleveland too. I think they were last year here. I feel like they were unstoppable at home. Got 2 games at halftime. Hawks are leading the Jazz at the half 80 to 67. Jalen Johnson with 22 points at the half, 8 assists, 5 steals. Lauri Markkanen has 25. Is Asa Newell getting minutes? No, he has not logged in an official minute. He took 1 3-point shot. Has not played a full minute. It says 0 on here, but a lot of second half left. Or no, sorry, he's got 0 points, but he's played 4 minutes. Okay, read it wrong. Ace Bailey's logged in 17 minutes. He's got 12 points. Second leading scorer on the Jazz. He's got 12, 1 rebound, no assists, and a steal. And then Pacers, Suns are at the half. Suns are leading 70 to 52. All right, next mega box. Got a base VJ. Speaking of Ace Bailey, there is Clutch City Prospects. That will be for Urban Comics. Vando. Base Harper. On Knipple, I think who's also been playing pretty well lately. Magic Johnson Silver, Micah Peavy. No Penda, Paolo. Jacob Steve, no, it is not the last break of the night. We still have Update Baseball scheduled for, I think, what does it say in the chat? 9 o'clock Pacific. Update Baseball Jumbo. I think that's break number 2. Another base ace. And after that jumbo break, we might have like an hour or so, maybe a little bit under that, to knock out a quick personal box or two if anybody's interested. Any night owls are out there. Pro debut, I don't know. Frostlight, I think it should be in the description of sometime tomorrow. But the exact time is in your description. Yeah, I mean, I don't know how late you're going to be up. These next 2 breaks are going to take a bit of time, but yeah, if you're around later, I'm down. No, all good. Yeah, and be sure to read those descriptions, ladies and gentlemen. Who are we chasing in pro debut? So it's a minor league set, but I think they curate the checklist where it's generally some of the top prospects in baseball. So I mean, it's hard to no, they're not like, it's not like soccer, but you know, it's just any of the top players in the minors, any prospects. So what, like Travis Bazzana for the Guardians? You know, I think Roki Sasaki. I think maybe even some rookies might sneak in there. I think Roki Sasaki might still have autos in there. Jack Caglione. Someone saying they were chasing Jack Caglione yesterday. I think these are mostly like near major league ready players. If not major league players, maybe, but just in their minor league gear. So yeah, that player break should be pretty fun. Ooh, gold mirror. Dirk Nowitzki. Nice. So these are pretty short printed. I think usually, if we even find them in a case, it's only one per case. You can kind of see the difference between the gold and the silver. Obviously, gold on the back. Dallas, nice. Miami with that one. And you'll get that Generation Now Cooper flag. Yeah, that update should be pretty fun. I think we might have, unless the buyer. There's another Cooper flag, Clutch City Prospects. Unless the buyer has paid for it, I think it's been unpaid thus far. Angels might be available. I'll have to double check the other teams once I finish this break, but. Have you already? Yeah, after a bit of time, these commons tend to pile up. G.G. Jackson, James Harden, 8-Bit Ballers. Okay, a little warm here. All right. Yeah, that's right. The All Kings Jason Tatum. That's pretty nice. I'm assuming those do well on the secondary market. Best hit so far would be that Dirk Nowitzki gold mirror for Dallas. That is definitely a short print. And then we got a 8-Bit Baller Dylan Harper in that hollow parallel. Non-numbered hollow parallel. So as far as mega boxes go, I feel like that's not too bad. All right, next one. Nice. Let me know Let me know what you end up selling it for. Let's see what market price is like. Yeah, this is a general note, ladies and gentlemen. We've been a little behind on shipping, but I think we've been catching up this week. So I think we're back into a good rhythm here. Have I hit one of? No. I don't think I have. I feel like I've pulled a couple out of 5s. When are we opening the Pro Debut case? Tomorrow. The exact time should be in your item description. Average has been about 600. Your price at 550. Someone's offers you 5, you'll just take. Yeah, that's not bad. Yeah, someone hands you 5 crisp $100 bills. And you just be like, all right, thanks. Right, yeah, that's not a bad return. Those all Kings cards are really cool. Jacob Stephen, where are you located? Where do you have a card show going on? We're actually having a trade night tomorrow, I think, at our shop in Torrance. It's supposed to rain a lot this weekend, so I'm not sure if that's gonna. Oh, you're in Maine, nice. So I don't know if that's gonna dampen. Pun intended. It's gonna dampen our turnout. Hopefully not. Our timing for these nights have not been very good, folks. I'll be honest with you. We did a Pokemon trade night on a Saturday, I think. It was a Saturday of Game 7 of the World Series. So I think that kind of... The team said the turnout was okay. But they're like, yeah, we think it could have been better if there wasn't a World Series game going on. It's either game 6 or 7. And then tomorrow, we had planned this trade night, and then we realized, it's going to rain all weekend. And, it doesn't rain too often here, but the one weekend we get like some sort of atmospheric river, as the meteorologists call it. But hopefully people will still turn out. The 8-bit baller, VJ Edgecombe. Yeah, that's only a few thousand miles away. You can make it by tomorrow. Dylan Harper, Clutch City Prospects. Yeah, Travion Henderson. Oh, that's actually pretty good for talk to text. Cooper Flag, power players. But yeah, Travion Henderson, 3 touchdowns. That's good for the hobby. Do the Bills suck all of a sudden? Asking for a friend. I mean, they've got I feel like they're doing un-Bills-like things. Right, I think last year, I was watching something where someone somewhere was like, the Bills maybe had X amount of turnovers all season. They've already matched that number this season, basically. So there's that. That's going to be a problem. Yeah. Great team, Ron. Yeah, I feel like they've got the pieces there. So, they've tried adding some star receivers. They've tried doing different things. I feel like on paper, offensive line is pretty solid. Some decent pass catchers. Some good running backs. Obviously, Josh Allen is a great quarterback. Decent defense. So, on paper, the names are there. So yeah, then what is it? Maybe it's the coaching. Maybe maybe it's hey, it's thanks, Sean McDermott, but thanks, but maybe we just need a different voice in the locker room. Maybe just a different approach, a different philosophy. Not that I don't think. Maybe during the playoffs, maybe some Bills fans would have some objections, but I don't know if just overall, considering I'm a Raiders fan and we haven't been able to hire a decent coach, since early 2000s Gruden. I look at Sean McDermott. He's he's done a pretty good job, but once you reach hey, Super Bowl expectations. When you reach that level, there's a fine line between, early exits from playoffs and then and getting over the hump. So it's a little difficult. Yeah, but maybe a change of voice, outlook, philosophy in the locker room can shake things up a bit and unlock the team's potential. I don't know, how long is his contract? I don't think he needs to get fired or anything like that. I don't think it's that, but I think maybe when his contract runs out, you're just kind of all right, thank you. Appreciate all you've done. We're gonna try something else. There's an Ace Bailey. You and your son have been Boise State fans for years. Oh, yeah. And here's a Generation Now Ace Bailey. Yeah, I'm a big fan of Ashton Genty. The Raiders just need at least an average. Here's a power players, Dylan Harper. And Jameer Wagner and a Jimmy Butler, 8-bit ballers in the hollow. Raiders just need at least an average offensive line. I feel I'm watching these games and I see Genty get hit in the back, a yard or two behind the line of scrimmage, and even someone as good as Ashton Genty can't, even he can't avoid a couple linemen just going right through the middle of the offensive line and hitting him as soon as he gets the ball handed off to him. So if the Raiders can figure that out, then they could be a little interesting, I think, at least a little more entertaining. Oh, you met him. Yeah, all indications. Here's a retro Ace Bailey. All indications seem to be that he's a really nice kid. Got a good head on his shoulder, so on and so forth. Says all the right things. I think is he a military brat? His mom or dad in the military, something like that? How did you end up in Maine and became Boise State fans? Clutch City Prospects, Ace Bailey. All right. Let's grab another box here. Yeah, the blue field will definitely get you. Yeah, your son, when he was 10, fell in love with that blue field. He's 24 now, and that's just kind of stuck. Yeah, here in LA, there's a lot of similar stories like that because remember the Raiders and Rams left in the mid 90s or something, and we didn't get those teams back. We didn't get an NFL team back until recently. So there are a lot of NFL free agents, a whole generation of kids that why'd you pick the Packers? Why'd you pick the Cardinals? Why'd you pick, you know, a lot of stories like, I just like that one player. I like the colors. I like this. New King boxer rough even for megas. Yeah, for now. We still got, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10, 11, 12, 14 boxes to go. Let's play to the whistle here. I think we did 3 cases of this earlier this week. I don't know, probably by the end of it, I think it'll be about what we should expect from Megas. Couple autos, handful of relics, et cetera, et cetera. Ended up at sports management major. Oh, nice. Defensive reason. Oh, he coaches soccer now. All right. Did he ever consider going to Boise State? Did that ever happen? Yeah, the Cooper that Cooper flag auto definitely we lucked out there. That's definitely an above average case. Hey, speaking of Cooper flag, we like this sort of stuff, right? Clutch City prospects in the retail exclusive hollow parallel. That goes to Miami A. Frank, or Mia Frank. There you go, nice. I like that sort of stuff. Yeah, there he is. There's your Cooper flag winner there. That's the thrill of the chase, ladies and gentlemen. People are going to get skunked. It's going to happen. Probably more often than not. But every once in a while, you can get into a little bit of a streak. Oh, nice. You had the VJ Edgecomb to 25 in that case. That's pretty solid, too. This VJ is going to go to Pi 59. Here's a Ace Bailey to 2025. 1941 out of 2025. That goes to Urban Comics. There you go. Yeah, there he is. I like seeing numbered stuff like this. Especially in these megas. It's 8-bit baller Dylan Harper also for Urban Comics. All right, another box. Yeah, oh, that's rough. 7. Yeah, sometimes it happens. At first you don't succeed, ladies and gentlemen. Try again. You gotta get, you gotta get your at-bats in. I think too often some people only do like a team or a case once and then they're like, I'm done with it. Or like they just like one half case break and they're like, done. Sometimes you gotta get some ABs in, Even Ted Williams has gotten hitless in his lifetime. Got to keep your at-bats going. Eventually the hits will fall. All right, here we go. Another mega box. There's a Jonathan Mogbo to 150. Isaiah Hartenstein retro. We got an 8-bit baller, KG. Hands off the glass, KG. Oh, good. Yeah, we've got a pretty good team working here. Yeah, we're dealing with a new system, new shipping system here on using the eBay shipping system, which we haven't used in years. So another Dylan Harper insert. And here's our first relic, and it's Neat Clifford. Franchise Fabrics, Kings. That's gonna go to MD in Sacramento. But yeah, I think we've been catching up. So appreciate everyone's patience. And I think everyone understands that, sometimes longer breaks like this, obviously, are going to take a little bit longer to sort out and ship out. And then there'll be times when we're doing immaculate NT or something like that, and those are going to be very fast turnarounds. So there's ebbs and flows throughout the year depending on what product I release. Here's a Generation Now Cooper flag. I feel like we have, like when we do like Bowman Draft or something like that. Bowman Draft Baseball. Another Cooper flag, Clutch City insert. And we're always get someone within like 2 or 3 days who's messaging us and be like, hey, where's my stuff? And we're like, we just did like a bunch of cases of that Bowman Draft. You saw how many cards that was, right? Or like non-baseball fans will just be like, man, when's this Bowman Draft ever going to end? We tell people, hey, listen, it's stuff like Bowman Draft, those base-heavy sets. These only come around once a year, so we only have to deal with that Bowman Draft new release day just once a year. That's it. Yeah, sometimes Immaculate can be a little weird. Immaculate NT, even flawless. Sometimes those checklists are so gigantic that there's a lot of variance between like case to case. We've been doing this, I think early next year might be 12 years for us. So our first year or two, me and my colleague Nick, who I'll reference every once in a while, he used to do breaks too in the early days. It was just me and him breaking out of a garage, out of his parents' garage. I've been friends with the family longer than I've known them, but yeah, we broke out of their garage and we, on a table down there, and we sorted and shipped cards on the dinner table. And then kind of outgrew the dining table. And then we moved into like a little, kind of a business office park, you know, and got like a little office space and with a couple rooms inside and maybe like a 900 square foot space. And we were there for another few years or so. We outgrew that space, and then we were in maybe a handful of years, and then we were there longer. And then we were at our last location in Hermosa Beach, which was like a 3,000 square foot place. We were there for a handful of years. And then just this year, this past August, you know, we moved into this big, almost 11,000 square foot place. So yes, we've been doing this thing for a little while, but it's been a lot of changes this year though. So we're all kind of, you know, we were all used to doing certain things a certain way for so long, but now we've moved into a different shop in a different location. You know, not too far away from Hermosa Beach, but we're in Torrance now. So the move was crazy. I feel like we're still unpacking. So it's been kind of quite a year for us. And then we were breaking on YouTube for the longest time, on the YouTube live streams for the longest time, before we made the switch to eBay Live. So yeah, there's been a lot of changes this year. A lot of changes. So we're all kind of adjusting. Our audience is adjusting to it. I'm adjusting to it. Our sorting and shipping team adjusting to all of it. The breaker's shipping 3 to 4 times a week. I think we're shipping every day. We've got some member of our sorting and shipping team in 7 days a week. And something's going out the door every Monday through Friday. So we've got a few different platforms running here, so in between our live stream platforms, we're kind of juggling a lot at the moment. But we'll catch up. We always do. It ebbs and flows throughout the year, depending on what we're breaking. Yeah, listen. I don't blame you. Stick with the hot table, the hot slot machine. You know, there'll be the inevitable cold streak too. We know that happened. We've been in this industry long enough to know that. So, you know, we understand that people want to try a different table, a different machine. But keep us in the rotation. Oh, you were on a cold streak pretty swiftly. Listen, it's going to happen with us too. Okay, I'm not going to sugarcoat it. Yeah, there's going to be a cold streak here. But keep us in the rotation. Go, you know, try a different table. You know, try to make something work over there, and then you know, but keep us in the rotation. Come back to us. Give us a shot again. Spence is saying also just having a normal person doing the break is nice. Are there weirdos on eBay Live? Yeah. Thanks, Eric. Definitely some weirdos on this platform. Yeah, I haven't really explored too much. I haven't explored too much of the other stuff. I mean, people are selling Pokemon and coins, and there's like a you know, there's a golf club guy that's just there's a golf club guy that'll sell golf clubs or auction those off. We haven't gotten into that wild world of live auctioning high-end stuff just yet, but we might get there at some point. Yeah, I get that feedback a lot. Yeah, Whatnot, oftentimes just people screaming and complaining about how the price is being too low. I mean, we auction stuff off here. Sometimes prices are low, sometimes they're high. I mean, that's, you know, at least we're moving product, you know. Here's PJ Washington Jr. to 2025. That's for Dallas. There's the VJ Edgecombe for the Sixers. That'll be for Pi 59. Yes, Eric, we do. I think we're mostly. I think we're accepting pretty much, you know, anything that'll sell, anything popular, right? Usually graded cards. You know, but we do get a range of stuff, anywhere from $50 cards to cards that are worth thousands of dollars. Oh, do I buy cards per? You know what? It's an interesting question, because I'll tell you no, that I don't really, but then, you know, I've been doing this for over a decade, right? So I look at my closet, and I've got a closet full of cards, and I'm like, where did I accumulate all this stuff? You know, but like over the years, a box here, a box there, a couple boxes here, a couple boxes there, and all of a sudden I've got like monster boxes full of cards in my closet. Mostly baseball. Although I've very casually started to like try to buy like F1 stuff. New King was saying that's the most annoying part about Whatnot, all the screaming and all the... I mean, I don't know. Obviously, everybody wants stuff to sell for a high price, but I wouldn't complain to you guys about it. Right? I feel like that's... I just appreciate people just buying something, you know? But I'm not complaining to you about it. It seems a little... Imagine if an auctioneer like yelled at his clients. Here's another Cougar flag, Generation Now, hollow, and he's like, "What are you guys doing? You know, why are these auctions are going way too low? You know, what a bunch of cheap so and so's. Guess what? Those clients aren't gonna come back." They're like, that guy yelled at me. That guy said, you know, the guy was like, well, it just doesn't seem like the best way to build a customer base, I think. Yeah, we got a big Pokemon section at our shop. That's certainly, those Pokemon sales have been surprising the last couple of years. Most of those guys selling $5 cards to sell for $3, then they get mad. I mean, yeah, if you're mad though, I mean, don't be mad at the customer. And I think the Patriots covered. There you go. Yeah, the Pokemon definitely has been pretty surprising. I feel like that runs in cycles too, right? There'll be like a down cycle, like no one's buying Pokemon, and then the last few years everyone's been buying Pokemon. We've had some people that were regular sports buyers. You know, football, baseball, basketball cards. They would buy, you know, $500, $600 hobby boxes and stuff like that. And we've had some of those clients that are at our store shift to Pokemon for like the last year or so. They're still buying from us, but they're just buying different things from us. So it's kind of just anecdotally the interesting trend to kind of see people pivot to Pokemon. That was one thing about when we first moved into our Hermosa Beach store, the 3,000 square foot one, the one before this one. When we first moved in, we were just like, man, how are we going to pay the rent for this place, you know? Your Scion James to 2025. We just didn't think... We've been surprised at how well the brick and mortar part of the business is done. Let's put it that way. I know, we're in a pretty decent suburban neighborhood here in South Bay of LA. So Scion, by the way, will go to JK and the Hornets. And we've got some Jason Tatum. Switch and Stitch relics right there in that hollow parallel, not numbered. Celtics, that'll be for Pi 59. Yeah, you're welcome. But yeah, the brick and mortar part of the shop has done quite well, which is, you know, one of the reasons why we're able to, not only with the online business, but the brick and mortar business helped us kind of get us here to our bigger shop. And expand our Pokemon section. But yeah, I guess you're right, Jacob Steven, right? Like a lot of the kids from like the 90s and 2000s getting into their 30s, got some disposable income, feeling a little nostalgic. They see secondary market value looking good. Yeah, JK. Yeah, Scion's been. I feel like all those, like, Kalkbrenner's been getting some decent minutes, right? Knippel's been getting some minutes, even more minutes, I think. You know, if they can just get Brandon Miller and LaMelo healthy and on the court together for a decent chunk of time, like I feel like even Liam McNeely, I think, is getting minutes. Charlotte, I feel like, is one of the better buys in these basketball breaks, in my opinion. You know, obviously a lot of attention is going to be on Flag and on on Dylan Harper and all that, and so those will always be kind of the top tier guys. But you know, I think the Hornets have like 3-4 rookies in this checklist. Lucky enough, one of them goes off. So I think there's some good buy and hold opportunities for the Hornets just to see, because they're still the Charlotte Hornets, unfortunately. I know they're not moving needles like some of the bigger market teams or the more popular teams, but if Hornets make it to the playoffs, maybe in the next 2-3 seasons with this young core, you're gonna be glad that you held on to these 2025-26 Hornets here. Yeah, Pies in his late 40s, 2 young sons had gotten you, but that's a common story as well. A lot of parents with their kids coming. The kids are still talking about Pokemon cards and eventually baseball cards and sports cards and stuff like that. Always have a group of kids come by after school to like they split money and they buy like a $30 blaster box between the 3 of them. A lot of that happening. A lot of kids dragging their grandmas and grandpas to the shop, getting them to buy Pokemon for them. But yeah, I think I hear that a lot. A lot of people are like, yeah, me and my son or even daughter will be like, yeah, we are kind of getting back into the hobby. We just searched the internet, discovered Jaspys. Ooh, nice Cooper Flag, 8-bit ballers to 150. We'll take that. See the number right there. Kind of hard to see with the parallel. You can see the number right there. 18 out of 150. And look at all this base. At 150 is practically rare for something like this. That's awesome. So congrats, Miami. Thank you for getting in. And congrats. But yeah, we get that story a lot. A lot of kids discovering online breaks and streams with their parents and something like that. So you'll notice this is a conscious decision from us where we do our best not to like curse. Even though I think we all have pretty foul mouths here. We try our best not to curse because we know, maybe later at night we might let a F word fly, but we're pretty PG-13 here. So what? The occasional curse word, not too much adult content. But we know a lot of kids are watching with their parents, so we want to try to keep it as clean as possible. I know kids like the Minecraft guy who yells and screams all the time. Sometimes it filters over to some of the other platforms, but that's just not our style. Maybe if it was, maybe we'd have more clout, but we don't. We're just pretty chill, middle of the road. We're just chugging away, Try to have a little fun with this stuff. It's not that complicated. There's a Dylan Harper generation now. Base flag. Power Players, Hollow, KD, still Suns edition in that one. Clutch City Prospects, BJ Edgecombe for the Sixers. All right, look, we're making a dent in these boxes here. We're getting there. We're making a dent in these boxes. We've got, Jacob, this many left. 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We're getting there. Probably have another 25 or so minutes to go. And then I'm going to put this break away, take a quick 5, and then we'll set up that that update jumbo break. That update jumbo, the hobby is much longer. I think hobby took me and Jason like hour and a half plus, but the jumbo I think is quite short. 6-box jumbo I think only takes me about an hour, tiny bit under an hour, maybe 55 minutes or something like that. And then after that, we might have about 30 or 40 minutes left in the show. We usually wrap things up around 11 o'clock Pacific, but we should have some time at the back end of the show to maybe get a quick personal box or two going as a little nightcap, a little cherry on top of the evening. All right, let's roll. Don't forget to, little public service announcements. Don't forget to save us as a seller. I think just click the logo, the heart next to the logo. And check out our future auctions. I think these Aqua parallels are not numbered, but there's some shorter printed. Darius Garland for Cleveland. That'll be for Buckeye. Hopefully you bid on some of our future auctions. Maybe win a team or two or a player or two or whatever. And join us in a future eBay live stream. Yeah, I could probably some. I think some of the guys have been opening up some personal, so I'm sure we can dig one up for you. It's Cooper Flag, Generation Now insert. Another Cooper Flag. That's Clutch City Prospects insert. I feel like I could use another auto somewhere around here. There's a base VJ Edgecomb. Patriots are 9-2, ladies and gentlemen. Are they going to win the division? Is this team going to win playoff games? Is Drake made the next Tom Brady? Oh, there's auto. Danny Wolf. Oh, the Wolf? That will be for Marbriah 4 and the Brooklyn Nets. There's Stinger right there. There is no QB controversy in New England. Is this team going to win playoff games, Mark? There's a base Dylan Harper right there. I don't know if I could stand another Patriots dynasty. I don't know if the NFL wants that again. Not for a little while. Right. Colts have the week off. Denver lose to the Chiefs on Sunday. And then, yeah, if that happens, Patriots be on top of the AFC. Why in the world did the Titans fire Mike Vrabel? I don't know how much control or power he has in New England, but I think it was because he wanted more personnel control, which I guess the Titans didn't want to give him or something like that. But you look at what he's doing with the Patriots and you think, man, what would Cam Ward and the rest of that team look like, you know, if he was still with the Titans? Got it. So he does have a lot more power now. So we had little control over the drafting process in Tennessee. Buckeye saying Vrabel spent the past year on the Browns staff. Why didn't the Browns hire this guy? Stinger is saying, Mark saying, you get pumped up, then crap out in the wild card round. Mark's been a fan too long to trust again. But it's, hey, so far so good. You know, as a Raiders fan, I wish I was in the Patriots' current position. MVP? Is Drake May going to get MVP votes? I mean, probably, I guess. Here's power players Dylan Harper. Yeah, I'll take it though, says Mark. A lot of jerseys around town with dust still on them. Generation Now, Ace Bailey. Ace Bailey, Clutch City Prospects. We got a Power Players, Victor Wembanyama in the hollow parallel. That'll be for the Spurs. Urban Comics. VJ Edgecombe, Shaden Sharp on the back there. Now, I guess Matthew Stafford would be the sort of. Are we mid-season already? Yeah, past that. Would be the favorite thus far. He's been playing great. Ram's been playing great. All right, another box. What were the preseason? What was the preseason win total for the Patriots? I don't know, when's the last time a running back has won MVP? If you're talking about Jonathan Taylor. JK saying Adrian Peterson. It's kind of become a quarterback award. And I want to say I don't think a wide receiver has ever won the Associated Press MVP, right? Which is the main MVP award. Dylan Harper. Here's a retro Cooper flag. Kicker has, yeah, in the, was it the Redskins kicker in the early 80s? VJ Edgecombe retro. There's a weird story with that. I think there was like with the kicker winning. I think there was there like a lockout or something, or the writers weren't happy with the players, so they decided to vote a kicker. They colluded and voted a kicker into the. Imagine if that happened. It was a lockout season. There we go. Imagine if that happened today. Social media would melt down. All right, we got a relic. We got Swish and Stitch, Trace Walker. Who's got the Pacers? That's collectibles and comics with the Pacers. Stinger has the Patriots plus 6,000 back in August to win the Super Bowl. What are the odds now? It's the LeBron Hollow. I'll bet that has some value there. Coming back soon. Base Ace is the place. Drake Powell Generation Now, Hollow. 6-7 ballers, LaMelo Ball. Base flag. 8-bit ballers flag. Another box coming up. Empty box. Hang on a second. Now I'm curious. Patriots Super Bowl odds according to DraftKings is plus 1,700. Stinger got him at plus 6,000 in August. Aren't there places where you can? You might have to have a physical like betting slip, but aren't there like sites where you can sell those on a secondary market? Like someone will see the plus 6,000 ticket and some some hyped up Patriots fan will be like, oh yeah, well, what's that gonna pay out? Yeah, I'll pay a quarter of that right now. Pay half of that right now. Ah, it was through DraftKings. The casinos will get you a ticket that you can sell. You know, I'll be honest with you. I'm a fan of technology, big fan. You know, there's a lot of things that are pretty convenient with being able to, you know, like not having a printed boarding pass. That's awesome. You know, it's on your phone, beep, you go right through, right? But for concerts, betting slips, and sporting events, I like the paper ticket. You know, I've been to concerts or sporting events where it's digital tickets only. Sometimes if you're if you're at a festival or something, you're kind of in the middle of a field or something like that, and you're trying to get internet connection so you can pull up your digital ticket. I guess you can put it in your wallet now, a digital wallet, but you know what I'm talking about. Bring back physical passes for concerts and sporting events. Don't need pay for the planes though. I'm fine without the paper boarding passes. Those don't have to come back. Eight-bit ballers, VJ Edgecombe. Dylan Harper, Clutch City Prospects. All right, 4 boxes to go. We're almost there. Okay. More. Dylan Harper, Generation Now. VJ Edgecombe, Clutch City Prospects. There's Alex Sarr. Base VJ. And a Donovan Mitchell 8-bit baller. I was hoping that was going to be a rookie. All right, 3 boxes to go. All right. I'll be honest with you, I'm dragging a little bit. This is my Friday. Your Thursday is my Friday. Back half of my Friday. And it's been a pretty busy week. So thanks for keeping us busy, ladies and gentlemen. Eight-bit ballers, Ace Bailey, Dylan Harper base. Matt Johnson to 2025. VJ Edgecombe, Generation Now. Matt Johnson goes to Collectibles and Comics. VJ Edgecombe's going to Ty, 59. Base Ace Bailey, Urban Comics. Jaime Jaquez, Igor Damon for Brooklyn. Isaiah Hartenstein, Cooper Flag base. 2 boxes to go. Almost there. And then we've got, I think we're going to be a little bit behind schedule, but that update baseball will happen. A jumbo break will happen after I finish this break, put it away, blah, 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 blah. Carter Bryant generation now. Base Dylan Harper for Urban Comics. '20th and final mega box. Break 4. We made it. Who's the Jets' backup quarterback? They're just gonna keep rolling Justin Fields out there. Oh, Tyrod B got hurt. So who's QB2 right now? Let's see, Breece Hall Wildcats. Let's just get him out there. Direct snap to Breece Hall and have him make some plays. All right, final box. Thanks everyone and good luck. Let's see if we can get something strong out of our last mega box. Can we get a relic? Can we get an auto? Can we get a low numbered card? Can we get a 1 of 1? Some other kind of short print. You know, a numbered card of a top tier rookie. James Harden, 8-bit ballers, hollow. Dylan Harper, retro. That'll be for Urban Comics. Eight-bit ballers, Dylan Harper. Ace Bailey. Jameer Watkins to 2025. That'll be for Spence and the Wizards. Base flag for Miami. And Ginobili, Maluk, and Khan Kneppel closes things out. We made it. That's the end. That was 25-26 Topps Basketball Mega Edition. Break number 4. Full case. Quick little recap right here. Got that Cooper flag. That's numbered, by the way, to 150. This one's not numbered, right? No, not numbered. Got some relics. Got that Ace Bailey numbered card. The Dirk Nowitzki gold mirror. The Dylan Harper Ace and Newell autograph. The Drake Powell to 25. And the silver Ace Bailey. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Mega Box in the books. I'm Joe Jaspy, and I will see everybody on eBay Live next time. Bye.